What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Excuse me. Now, before we get started with today's very intriguing video, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close, and we're now on the road to 500 subs. Who knows? Maybe we might hit 500 subs by the end of the summer. Only time will tell. But as I have said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners over at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. On the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed. The possibilities are out there. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners at Collector Store. Excuse me. On the hopes to potentially pull a collector's rare out of the set, much similar to what I pulled out of my Genesis Impact box that I opened up last year, which is this beautiful Beat Cop from the Underworld. This thing looks absolutely beautiful as a collector's rare. But with that being said, if you guys want to see these boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue. Maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, because more than 80% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys aren't even subscribed. And to top it all off, we got to get more women to watch the content as well. So if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but you guys have not subscribed as of yet, then make sure you guys do indeed subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, excuse me, as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which is this: what would you consider to be a dream match that could possibly actually happen? Let me know down in the comments below. And for today's video, since we're on the topic of potential dream matches, this one is going to be interesting. Because as of right now, you guys know we are literally over a month out of WrestleMania, and a lot happened at WrestleMania. Obviously, Rhea Ripley retained her women's world title against Becky Lynch. We saw Jey Uso pin his own twin brother. We saw Logan Paul retain his United States title against both Kevin Owens and Randy Orton with the help of none other than I Show Speed. And then, of course, we had the main event of WrestleMania Night 2, which featured Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. And it was basically and I said it before, I will say it again. It was pretty much what would happen if Triple H was directing Avengers Endgame. That's what the main event was. It was that right there. And the funny thing is, we saw the return of the Undertaker. We did not think we would ever see him show up to WrestleMania ever again. But was it really the Undertaker that they originally wanted? No. Originally, it was Stone Cold Steve Austin. However, for some reason, I guess the money wasn't right, and they ended up choosing The Undertaker, which buys into the question: are we gonna see The Rock versus The Undertaker one more time? Now the funny thing is that it's been since right around what, 1999? Oh, actually, never mind. Actually, no. Since it's actually been since No Way Out in 2002 that we last saw them compete against one another, which was 22 years ago. This was literally right around the time that Triple H, or no, right around when The Undertaker actually became a heel. And this is the interesting thing, because obviously we know that both The Rock and The Undertaker have gone back and forth on social media, and also during interviews. And apparently there is a chance that WWE could potentially book The Rock versus The Undertaker in 2024. However, there is one thing that's stopping The Rock from coming back to WWE, and that is none other than his role as an actor. Obviously, The Rock is working on, I believe, what, two brand new movies, I think, which means that we're most likely not going to be seeing The Rock back in WWE until potentially next year. So it's possible that we could see that match take place. However, that's not the only issue here. Because The Undertaker said on his podcast 6 Feet Under, and I know he said this because I saw that episode on his YouTube page. Big shout out to him. Big shout outs to The Undertaker and his YouTube channel 6 Feet Under with Mark Calloway. If you guys have not subscribed, check it out. Subscribe. It is the podcast episodes that he's done on YouTube are just, they're just compelling. They're just so incredible, and it gives you insight, as it gives you an idea of what goes through the mind of the Hall of Famer. And he said in his podcast that when he showed up to WrestleMania, he felt like he had some form of closure, as in that he's done. We might not see him. Excuse me. That he felt closure. He had some closure in the idea of, I guess in the idea of him potentially having another match or something like that. But he had closure because my theory is that when he had the Boneyard match with AJ Styles a few years ago, he felt like that wasn't enough, and that he needed some way to find closure. And he believes, in my opinion, in my theory, is that he believes that match, WrestleMania 40, Night 2's main event, was his closure. However, what's interesting is that WWE it's the idea of The Rock versus The Undertaker. It's in the grasp of Triple H, of WWE, and you know the old saying. It's WWE. You know the old saying. Anything can and probably will happen in WWE. And what's even more interesting is that The Rock had posted on his Instagram on and off about about Undertaker, um, and he even and Undertaker even also said as well. He even responded by saying that he's not hard to find, and he asked the question if quote could these old stagers actually pull this off? I'd certainly get the people talking. And again, as I had mentioned earlier, the last time they wrestled in a singles match against one another, it was back in No Way Out in 2002. Funny enough, that was when the NWO actually returned. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and of course Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Shout out to Scott Hall, rest his soul. Um, just it was that month, that PLE was truly the beginning of a new era in WWE. And honestly, all I can say is I'm all for it. I'm all for the idea that of The Rock battling the Undertaker in one last match. The big issue here, as I have mentioned before, is the fact that The Rock is dealing with working on some new movies, including the rumors of Disney potentially working on Moana 2. Shoutouts to the song what was it called, You're Welcome, or something like that. I don't know. I haven't listened to that song. I would like to check it out on YouTube. I just might though. But yeah, there's that. There's a few other movies that Rock is working on, and not only that, he also has to deal. He also has Cody Rhodes in the back of his mind, literally asking himself, when can we make this happen? When can we make this happen? What can we do to make the story compelling? And honestly, I think the best way to book Rock versus Cody, it's not at SummerSlam. I know that there have been rumors that we could potentially see that, which I even brought that up earlier this week. Was it on Monday on my episode of WWE's Biggest Issue, where I talked about 6 matches that we could potentially see take place at SummerSlam, and that was actually one of them. However, we're probably not going to be getting that match until potentially at next year's WrestleMania. So we could potentially see Cody and The Rock duke it out for the WWE title, which is possible, but we don't really know. That's the thing. We don't know if it's actually going to happen, or if WWE has other ideas for Cody, like maybe perhaps Cody and Seth go at it, which is possible. But the thing is that with Seth's babyface run, it was natural. Like, the fans got behind him, not just because of his song, but it was because of how. It was mainly because of the fact that Seth was trying, was just doing what he was just doing his own thing, and the babyface turn kind of like escalated high, really high, when he became a 2-time United States champion. So honestly, I can totally, or rather right around like 2021, 2020, yeah, right around the time that he became U.S. champion, which was back in 2022. So that was a while ago. But going back with this idea of Rock versus Undertaker, the problem is it's not The Rock. it's the Undertaker himself. All the injuries he's had over the years, and all of the pain that he has dealt that he had been dealing with over the years. If this match comes to pass, it could very may well destroy the Undertaker completely, and he could be paralyzed, whether it's from the waist down or whether it's from the waist up. Anything can happen. He could be paralyzed in his arms, his neck, his back. It could be literally anything. And that's the big concern that I believe WWE is having, is that if they do book this match, they have to protect Undertaker's health, because if they don't, then it's over. It's over. It's basically done. And I wouldn't really say it would be The Rock's fault, but you never know. You never know. But aside from that, it does sound good on paper, because think of the accomplishments that both these men have had. The Rock is a 10-time world champion. He's a 2-time Intercontinental Champion, and he's a 5-time Tag Team Champion. And one of his tag team partners was obviously Undertaker himself. Not only that, but he's also a Royal Rumble winner as well. So he's had quite a bit of success in WWE. But when you look at the Undertaker's accomplishments, think about this: 7-time world champion, 7-time tag team champion with 4 different people, and one of them, as I mentioned, was obviously The Rock. Hardcore champion, the longest reigning hardcore champion of all time. In fact, I want to check that out because I want to see. Let me see. I want to see about this because I believe, yeah, I was right. 2 months. He was hardcore champion for close to 2 months. 2 months. And when you think about this, think about some of the guys that Undertaker had faced defending the hardcore title. Give me a second, guys. In fact, I think the second longest is, I believe, actually, the longest reign for the hardcore title is actually the big boss man of 97 days. Undertaker is actually at number 4. Where is he at? Number 6, maybe? Yeah. He's actually number 6. He's actually 6th longest reigning champion, hardcore champion of all time. And think of the superstars that he had been in the ring with defending the title. Guys like Spike Dudley, the Hardys, Tajiri, The Big Show, Rob Van Dam. And what's interesting is that in February he lost the title to Maven, a fucking rookie. A fucking rookie. Think about that, you guys. Think about that. But not only that, he even also just like The Rock is a Royal Rumble winner, but he's actually the first man to to have entered the Royal Rumble match at number 30 and actually win the whole thing. That was back in 2007. And his record at WrestleMania is 25-2. 25-2, you guys. Absolutely incredible. Just, you cannot duplicate that. I highly doubt Bianca Belair would ever be able to duplicate that. Like, no one can. No one will be able to duplicate that record. If anyone does, that alone should be in the Hall of Fame just for that alone. But just those accomplishments are just incredible. But I think having one more match would be pretty cool. But again, as I mentioned before, it's the question of what would happen to Undertaker. How bad is he gonna get hurt? Is he gonna be able to perform in the ring like he did in the past? And is ring rust gonna come into play? Those are the three massive questions that should be answered. But do I believe that WWE should book it? Do not get it twisted. I would love to see WWE book that match, but because of all of the injuries that Undertaker has had over the years, I don't really think it's gonna happen. I think at this point right now, Undertaker is just better off where he is now. It's just sitting at home with his wife, Michelle McCool, with his kids, working the podcast and just working the one Dead Man shows. He's better off, because if he comes back in the ring and he actually wrestles, bad things, there is a very high chance that he could get hurt really badly, and he could very may well be paralyzed. I'm just saying. I get that. I'm gonna get. I understand that I'm gonna get a lot of heat from it, and I know that someone out there is gonna comment saying that that they should book it because The Rock runs WWE and all that. Don't get me wrong. Yes, Rock is the head of the board in TKO, but that's just it. That's just it right there. The Rock doesn't make any of the booking decisions. It's all Triple H. So it's his decision to, as to whether or not he should book the match or not. My opinion, I would just leave it. But you never know. Only time will tell. But with that being said, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more WWE topic videos in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.